Sign of the Times, episode 50, our 50th edition, from an undisclosed, weird cement structure thing with a big circle and a shower head at random. For no reason is there a shower head in this structure, but it's there. So I had to bring the 50th episode from this. What better spots? So, today we're brought to you by AWA Pinnacle, which is defunct, but why not? They should sponsor us anyway. And the fine people at Powerhouse Brewery. Fine people. Go have a beverage or 10. Enjoy yourself at the Powerhouse Brewery, which once was the location of a massive publicity appearance by one Lila Lodge, I believe. There were thousands of people. They had to turn people away. I understand the crowds were so huge there at the Powerhouse Brewery. It's almost a true story. Now, for the people that love the snaps, business card at Casey Carlisle, whom I love. And you can go to CaseyCarlisle.com. That's CaseyCarlisle.com for all your gift-giving needs. Buy as many autographed pictures as you need. If you want to buy 10, 12, 15, she'll sell them to you and sign them. Hopefully there won't be a cramp in her writing hand, because that'd be awful, because she has to wrestle. And brought to you by the fine people at Equilibrium Pro Wrestling. So if you're looking for some wrestling, hit up EQ Pro. Now, my Facebook, my Forum Spring, my YouTube, which you're probably watching at this very second, because if not, it's just really awkward. Extremely awkward. My Twitter, up to like 136 people following me. Way more than I ever thought. And from the fine people at Sidekick Comics, where the guy that owns the place is running a true dynasty. Now, if you need, like, I don't know, let's say you need an issue of The Flash, they will send it to you, much like they sent me this issue, which was tremendous. So thank you, Sidekick Comics, proud sponsor of this barely tolerable web show. For the people that watch solely and only for this purpose right here, picture of this fraud. I understand she's invaded like Ohio Valley Wrestling. Be fighting Jessie Belle Smothers like it's something to do, even though she's not Smothers anymore, so don't sue me, Tracy. But fighting Jessie Belle, this broad versus Jessie Belle, I believe tag team action. Dylan Bostic teamed not only this broad up with Taylor Hendricks' normal broad, both Seattle based, both have teamed with Dylan before. I think he's got some weird fascination with Seattle based sports entertainers. So MJ Payne, Sunny Days, if you're listening, you'll probably be used as Dylan Bostic's tag team partner at some point in your career. I don't know when, contact Dylan, but he's got this strange fetish. It's weird. I don't understand it, but it's there. Now, the star of the show, the reason most people watch, only reason I watch some weeks, Casey Carlisle autographed picture, available at CaseyCarlisle.com. That's CaseyCarlisle.com. If you want to buy me 6, 7, 8 of these for Christmas, I would accept them. You don't have to museum quality glass every one of them, Stomp and Steve, but that would be nice. I know you got like an in there at the museum quality glass store. You probably get bulk discounts. Now, when that broad moves, are you going to like rent a U-Haul specifically for the museum quality glass stuff and like spend a couple grand in styrofoam peanuts packing that thing? You'll be pacing back and forth. Don't drop the museum quality glass. Oh my God, don't drop it, don't drop it. Oh my God, my museum quality glass. So that'd be pretty much what most people would expect. Now, QT folks, nor budget deficit, and not even Tortuga Blanco could appear here this week, but I have received from them, as we saw in episode 9, another poem. Yes. Send all of your hate mail, much as you have for his top 7 3/8 this week, to QT Vokes alone, not to me. I'm not responsible for this, so dear Thez in heaven, help us. Ahem, ahem, ahem. He writes, I am still the genius QT Vokes, full of even more glory and renown. I am a credit to my college cap and gown. Throwing out random challenges is what I do best. Coming up victorious in these will mean I am the best. Hounds of Hell are a joke, especially Damon's sight. I'm comfortable in a prison setting, so I'm making Void my wife. Coach Mike Jones is a bottom feeder on the good ship JBL. Hey, Diafula Dabashi, you can go to hell. That's a town in Michigan, yes. Donnie Idol is nothing but a midget. I'll put Opie in my figure 4 and really, really cinch it. Aaron Anarchy is a little crying punk. What's with that hair? Looks like a moose mated with a skunk. Double R Sullivan is a glorified backyard pirate. Pro wrestler? Nah, QT Vokes don't buy it. MJ Payne inspired Jim Duggan's catchphrase. If she crosses me, I'll put her in a neck brace. In another 41 episodes, I'm sure I may have more to challenge here. I would say it'll be Ricky Ruckus, but QT Vokes can't stand the smell of beer. In theory, yes. Hate mail to QT Vokes, not to me. Not to me. So, this week, what have I got going on here on the 50th episode week? In a little bit, might be past the time you see this, Adin Ray is getting a Buddhist special on Turnbuckle. Adin Ray is coming back. Mrs. Sun Guy's favorite guest ever, apparently. Got his little Angry Bird tights. He's going to be back on the show, Buddhist special, on Saturday. Probably while this is uploading. On Sunday, Skip Radisson coming to Turnbuckle. If he wakes up in time, set the alarm, Skip. Wake up. With Skip Radisson's schedule for Turnbuckle. Then I'm going to beeline it quick as I can down to 7611 North Exeter in Portland at the North Eagles. Blue Collar Wrestling. I'll be counting some pinfalls, checking for submissions. Mean Mike Miller's final match ever. Taking on Psycho Sailor. I am not going to miss that. I would buy a ticket if I had to. Now Mrs. Tex probably will make me. I'll give you that $10, Mrs. Tex. Gladly for that. So, that's tomorrow. So make sure you're at Portland's North Portland Eagles if you're anywhere in the Pacific Northwest, because that's going to be huge. Historic event. And if they're looking for an official for that match, I happen to be sanctioned. Just throwing that out there, bookers. Then, Monday, I think I'm free that day. Not really much going on. Unless people be calling me, I need a ride from the airport. Oh, I'm just a stranded sports entertainer back on tour. Use the POs and rent a limo. Really. Tuesday, I'm sure the lounge will be back. Stevie Jonak be managing Sabotage like it's something to do. Probably be all Sabotage this, Fast Eddie that. Use Terry Jones's cane as a weapon. How she got Terry Jones' cane, I don't know. I don't know. First ever employee of HPW. The kid on her first show there gets that honor. Not understanding it, but it happened. Then managing like Stompin' Steve like it's something to do with WCWO. He probably cut the promo. Listen here, brother. Back in early May, brother. Let me tell you something, Jack. I flew the lovely Lila Lodge out. She won me the HPW title, brother. Greatest night of my life, truly, Jack. What you gonna do when me and the Powerhouse Princess come rumbling through? I'm sure his opponent was quaking with fear then. Waking with fear. But apparently that really happened. Stevie Jonak probably ran away. She said, screw the chair, I'm out of here, when she heard that. So I understand she was dancing in the hallways of a hotel while while some like really weird stuff was going on. Reports out of that tour, scary. Very scary. Alright, that's Tuesday. Wednesday, not much going on unless Future Talent of Wrestling wants to book me again. Love you, Rogers. I'm available. I could be on the show. Your ratings probably went up. I can do it again. Thursday, I believe EQ Radio will be back. Last week, Josh getting the solo duty, much like Harrison Ford, bringing EQ Radio by himself. I believe Crystal will be back this week, but I can't confirm yet. It's possible. Friday of next week, Scott Romer. He was known best as manager Sal Preachman for Dick the Bruiser's WWA. He was also Dick the Bruiser's son-in-law, which makes him the brother-in-law of the late Leroy Redbone. He's going to be on the show. Photographer extraordinaire. He's been photographing celebrities for decades now. Going to have a whole host of stories. I can't wait for that. That's going to be one of the most exciting shows we're going to do, I believe. Duke Evo's probably be talking weather patterns with him. But he's going to be on the show Friday. So that's pretty much the week at a glance. And once again, to recap that, on the 50th episode, where there's a shower head for no reason at all over there. Just really random. And I don't think it even like has water coming through it, so it's just like there. Purposelessly. Wow. And this little circle gimmick that also just, for no reason, it's just there. No rhyme or reason to it whatsoever. But, here it is. So, Adnan on in just a little while. Probably while this is downloading. You might have it, like, pop up while you're listening to Adnan talk. Kind of weird, but it might happen. Sunday, Skip Radisson, if he wakes up, and then beeline it down to Blue Collar, where I'd pay like double the ticket price, Mrs. Tex, to see this Mike Miller Psycho Sailor match. Hopefully she won't charge me that much, but it'll be worth it. Monday, kind of open, not much going on. Tuesday, DeLown, Stevie Donak, and tour of this, big star of that. Who knows if she'll have a guest. On Wednesday, Future Talent of Wrestling could book me because I'm kind of open. Thursday, EQ Radio coming back. Friday, Scott Romer, a.k.a. Sal Preachman. So it should be a solid show that day. So, episode 50.